Hi, and welcome to another week's episode of Orangeline. I'm your host, Alix Schiraldi. To kick this week's show off, Brad Barnes takes a closer look at Denious Hall and why it's getting a new facelift.
Denious Hall hit Baker's campus in 1959 after a generous donation from Wilbur and Edith Denious. The residential hall received criticism for being the first co-ed dormitory at Baker and served as a residence hall for nearly half a century. After the building was shut down for nearly 5 years, Denious Hall is finally back on the map at Baker and now a one-stop shop for students.
So the premise behind the one-stop shop is to simply be customer service friendly. So instead of having to walk from Parmenter to Constant Hall to the Union, wherever all the offices are, be able to come to one building.
This move will be both beneficial for staff and students.
And that would also include prospective students, because they'd still need to go out on campus to visit faculty, to sit in on classes, those sorts of things. But as far as the sheer appointments, most of them would be then in Denious once this all works out.
Many students around campus are relieved to hear of the move and believe that the resources available will now be used more productively.
It seems like the old building was too far away to really be, connected to the rest of campus, and this way it'll make it more accessible to students, and it'll probably get more use this way.
As offices move out of Harder Union and Parmenter Hall, Baker is looking to use some of the space to give back to the students.
But a lot of the premise behind it is to make the basement much more of a student use space. And as far as when, where, exactly what, it will all depend on what funds become available.
This has been Brad Barnes, KNBU TV.
Thanks, Brad. The housing lottery will take place in the Alling Dining Hall on Wednesday, March 30th at 8 p.m. Students will sit with their roommates or suite mates for next year, pick their room, and complete the housing application and contract. For any questions, stop by the Student Development Office. Pre-enrollment will begin April 4th and end April 12th. Catholics on campus are able to call Osbourne Chapel home. This is the first year Baker Catholics have had the chance to practice their religion without leaving campus. After learning that Catholicism is the largest religious minority at Baker, Father Farrar of Annunciation Parish wanted to provide a way for students to celebrate their faith. Chapel doors are open to not only students, but to all members of the community. Though the Mass is its first year of being offered, Molly Schmeiler hopes to see attendance numbers grow.
The Mass on Tuesdays only lasts about a half hour, and it's just kind of a nice break in the day. More interest there would be kind of cool, just to see more kids becoming active in their faith.
Mass is every Tuesday at 11:15 in the chapel. Stay tuned for more Orangeline right after this quick commercial break.
Are you confused and need help with your homework? What about making a decision on where to study abroad? Or how about that paper covered in red marks? Where do you start in making corrections?
Have no fear, SAS Man is here.
Come to SAS for academic support, tutor services, study abroad, and more.